had a whole talk with my guitar teacher today, chat. Cause he went through the same thing where, he locked in with his craft and he didn't touch grass, bro. He only bumped shoulders with people that was supposed to be seeing him. Whether they was doing shows together, making songs, recording, etc. And at the end of the day, you can do it. Thank you. I appreciate that. At the end of the day, chat, when you know you got a craft or a passion, bro, and it's going to require 120% of you, not 50%, not 75%, not 80%, not 99%, right? You want to be the breadwinner of your family. You want to be the grinder. You want to be the one that people could look to. The people do want to be the history maker, bro. It requires a level of insanity. It requires a level of immersion. You got to dive into this shit, bro. You cannot dip your toe in the pool, bro. You got to go hard. And I want to drop a video soon addressing the Zion and Ja Morant shit and Paul Pierce shit all in one video. I feel like it's worth mentioning. Because recently I just watched a Stephen A. Smith video on that, and then Paul Pierce went on a podcast, and mind you, it was LaShawn. All these is football players: LaShawn McCoy, Deshaun Jackson. Basically, what happened to Paul Pierce? He went on a podcast with a basketball player that used to be his teammate named Kevin Garnett. Right? I'm not a basketball fan, so it's even hard for me to say these names, but I know who some of these people are. And he was in there with a girl, right? And the girl was from a website where you rent girlfriends. You rent girlfriends, bro. First red flag. Then he was like drunk, but he also went through problems before because he had a deal with Fox or something. I'm gonna get my facts straight before I make the video. He had a deal with Fox or something like that, and he went live with a bunch of hoes in the crib. And he was drinking, and then they were playing poker and shit. And Fox basically cut his deal for acting all crazy. Now, ESPN. Okay, thank you. Y'all can correct me if y'all know more about the details than I do, because I want to make a video on this. And the point I was gonna make is that, like, first of all, Zion. How old is Ja Morant, Chad? Because I know Zion's 22, so I know that we the same age. How old is Ja Morant though? Are they the same? Are we all three of us the same age, bro? How old is Ja Morant? Who knows how old Ja Morant is? Okay, he's 23, so he's older. Okay, not by much. Now listen, the point I'm about to make is you got Zion Williamson, which is 22, Ja Morant 22, right? I'm 22. Paul Pierce is at the end of that stick for those two guys. Like he's at the end of that line. Like he already had his career. He played his championship games. He made it to the other end. He's because at the end of the day, if the youth or if the young men are wavering or lacking guidance, who the fuck do we look to? We look to the OGs. We look to the old heads. We look to the grown men, the older men. Like, come on, man. You've been here. You made your mistakes. What's going on? Why is the grown men still making mistakes? Yo, the same ones. Like not even like I'm human, so I make mistakes. Like these is dumb mistakes. Like going live in the crib playing poker. Knowing that you are somebody who's looked to. No, like it's like an obvious. I can't even explain how obvious this mistake is. But not even that somebody tried to record you and expose you. You went on live. The same thing Ja Morant do. So I was gonna make a whole video, bro, talking about like how, like, I was gonna really talk that talk chat. And a main reason why I wanted to do it, bro, is because a lot of y'all are. If you fuck with me, you are a person who is up here, bro. You're very intellectual. And you're probably trying to be above average in life, which is what I am, and how I coach people and what I lean and improve people to be above average at anything they do. Bare minimum is above average. We strive for excellent. We raise the bar and the standard. Point I'm about to make is what comes with that territory is that you are now like a breadwinner of your family. You become a leader naturally. So people lean on you. People look to you. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be a god amongst men, right? But with that extra responsibility, it's a certain way that you use that. Power is power. Power is neither bad nor good. It's just how you use the power. If you're using it for bad shit, you're using your influence and you're using your platform for bad shit, then that's abusing power. But you can use power for a lot of good things, bro. And it's like, when you become one of those kind of men, you just can't move like other people. I don't go to parties and sit here and say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be lit, bro. I'm about to be drinking it up. I don't go places and say, oh yeah, I'm going wild. I'm the top here. I'm blah blah blah. I don't go on live, Glock on my hip, looking like John Wick, and I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's I'm conscious about my power, even if it ain't NBA level or huge yet, right? You gotta think about these things, bro. And niggas want to make it seem like it's some moral high ground. It's not, my nigga. It's just common sense. It's just take responsibility as a man. Then y'all want to ask these dumbass trying to be nuanced, semantic questions. Can you abuse power in a good thing though? Why would that matter? If you can't specifically give an example of what you're talking about, then you're just trying to sound smart, bro. You're not really You're not chatting, bro. You're just trying to sound smart. And I just gotta be honest about that. This be y'all problem. Before y'all keep it real, right? Y'all will say, "Damn, she ain't gonna like this. She not gonna like this, so she might cut me off for it." All right, so I'm not gonna say it. Meanwhile, I'ma just tell her like it is. Let her deal with the rest, right? And the reason now, because we just made two different decisions. Now you sugarcoating it, you walking on eggshells, you beating around the bush, you scared to speak your mind, and you might justify it by saying to yourself, "Well, I don't have a roster. I don't get a lot of women. So why would I lose this one, the only one I got?" And I'm here to tell you, that could be the only one I got, and I'm still gonna push all my coins to the edge of the table and bet on myself. Because if she chooses to leave and stop talking to me based on something I said to her or a truth I told her, by all means, I don't lose. I'm still gonna wake up me, go to sleep me. Tomorrow, look in the mirror. Oh shit, I'm me again. Nothing changes about my life. Y'all be so desperate to just have that presence that y'all will throw everything away. Throw away your manhood, throw away your pride, throw away your integrity, throw away your dignity, throw away y'all will throw away your money. I'll throw it all away. I'll give it to her. I'll lose her before I lose myself. And you don't even see how you lose yourself when you start getting the line and doing all the bullshit. You wake up with zero, and it wouldn't change me because don't make me. I'm a self-made man. That's the difference between me and you, brother. Wake up with zero, come back in the house with 10. Or wake up with zero, come back in the house with zero, and not give a f***. Ezreal Cerberus, I appreciate the 5 months, baby. But you don't even know what it's like to cut all the women off you messing with to lock in with the grind. I can do that, and we'll do it in a heartbeat, easily. I don't sit around just thinking like, man, I need some attention, man. I need some. Where the hoes at, man? I don't wake up thinking like that at all. That shit come off in your whole. Don't even get me started. I'm not gonna start that rant, chat. We just not gonna do it. We're not gonna do that right now. We just not gonna do that right now. Oh yeah, I shot at you for the 5 months. Appreciate that, bro. Shit, man. Nigga just said that. Y'all will sit here and I'm telling you, I'm gonna speak on it because this is shit that got me lost in the loop when I was in high school. Stop letting people validate themselves through body count, bro. Stop letting people validate themselves through women. Stop living in that superficial world. Stop letting people validate themselves above you because of what they own materialistically. Stop. Just don't. No long explanation. Just don't. Then you're already playing their game once you try to prove yourself in any of those measurements. Oh shit. Now I gotta prove myself. I need this chain. I need this watch. Alright. My body count ain't this number. So now I gotta go all these. Now you so far you're losing yourself throughout the entire process. You're losing yourself. Not because it genuinely made you want to get on your shit, but because you said to yourself, I'm nothing without it, and I have to prove it to that person. Expo Lil Handsy, I appreciate the 22 months. Now listen.
TyKwondoe smile.
Appreciate that, brother. Now listen. And what I mean by this is, I will celebrate somebody for their success, applaud them for what they doing. Man, do your shit, my man. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. But I'm in my own lane. I make my own decisions based on my own reasons. I prove myself to myself. I don't prove myself to other people. I prove myself to myself. I'm trying to tell y'all, your confidence becomes so firm when you start thinking like this. How do I prove myself to myself? How do I beat my standards? How do I beat my expectations? When you stop reacting to other people's shit, you become so well poised. You become so firm on your 10 toes, on your square as an individual. You are so equitable, boy. Equitable. I'm trying to make this word up. You are so equitable that you will watch everybody around you scram, scatter, and dance to prove themselves to others and pretend that they're somebody they're not. And the whole time you're just sitting there observing this, just noticing. Oh, wow. You'll realize how often people don't even do things for themselves. They live a life full of pleasing other people. It's literally dudes who for other men. Think about that. It's dudes who literally for other men. It's literally dudes who get dressed, put on clothes, and make money and earn stuff for other men. I mean, you give a fuck if they was doing it for women. Do it for you, my nigga. Let whoever else decide what they want to decide. Do it for you. It's 8 billion people on this planet, bro. 4 billion gonna say they hate you. 4 billion gonna say they love you. And you the same person. Opinions gonna change. But mine is not. So once I stand on my opinion of myself, my perspective and perception of myself, you can't fuck with me. Because I'm self-made. You cannot make me or break me. I'm self-made. I'm independent. I'm dependent on what's within. They be wanting validation so bad. Like, validate yourself. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Would you go to a water park solo, no friends? I mean, I do think solo, but a water park is probably not one of those places. Electrical Fidian, I appreciate the 2 months, baby. I'm trying to tell y'all, chat. Oh, I'm trying to tell you, it's body count is so competitive in Philly, bro. I remember being like 15. Niggas had already had 13. Niggas already had 20. Niggas, but these are just the niggas I hung out with. Not everybody was like that, but it's just like, I'm like, well, shit, I'm getting women. I might as well fuck all of them, right? That's cool. I mean, might as well. Now, mind you, it'd have been different if I was on some like, I'm trying to do what I'm doing type shit. But it was really on some collecting stories, collecting experiences, and then bringing it back to the lunchroom or the group chat on some like it's thorough. I'm telling you, a rat race, bro. It's a rat race, and that's body count is just one example. It could be designer. I remember it was a phase where everybody had True Religion jeans, everybody was wearing Pradas, everybody was wearing It's always some type of wave or some trend, always, and you will see how the herd or the crowd of sheep will flock on one side, based on whatever the focus is. It could be anything.
Sign to Patreon. Lots of gemstone.
Fast Tracks Live.
Going.
I appreciate the 4 months, man. Welcome to the Patreon. I keep telling y'all, bro. Keep telling y'all. It's going crazy over there. Now, listen. The reason I mention that is because do y'all realize when the crowd jump this way, the crowd jump this way, the crowd jump over here, whether it's trying to prove themselves through body count, through clothes, or some sort of trend or something that people validate themselves. Or if you ain't got a chain, you ain't got no money. Whatever the crowd jump to, this is what the funny part you gotta realize about life in the world. They're following a small percentage of people. I could say they're following one person, but it's really a small percentage of the world that influences the rest of everybody else. I lie to you not. It is a small group of people that influence the crowd, and then the crowd would turn on you and say, "Well, why you ain't following the trend? Why you ain't blah, blah, blah. What part of Philly you from? I'm from West Philly. Why you ain't following the trend? Why you ain't riding? That's really what they saying." We're piling a girl story asking about a movie, and she said it was not good, so I said it'd be better when you go with me. Is this too much or too direct? I like it. It's a little layup, a little bucket in there. Let her say what she want to say. Are you lying? Did you tell a lie? Is that a lie? It was not so good. It'd be better when you go with me. I ain't tell a lie. And this is where saying shit in person is just so much better. Because had you looked at her when you said it, she would have saw how you really meant what you said. See, text messages, she might look at it and be like, you're chatting. But had she looked at your face and your conviction when you said it, she'd be like, okay. Type shit. The feeling of have it and then them not really knowing the feeling And bro, I remember people try to break me down for being a virgin, and I'm like, bro, if you trying to smash every girl, then that's you and your goal. You doing what you want. So to make me feel bad for living how I want, I don't care about how you feel. You gotta realize, bro. It's inflated. It's inflated sense of self. It's inflated perception. You really think about it. It's an inflated perception of self. My body counts 100. His is 50. His is 5. He has 2 chains. He has 1 chain. He doesn't have a chain. There is nothing you can accurately say. You can't say the guy with 0 chains is broke and the guy with 2 is the richest. You can't say the guy with the 100 or the 50 or the 5 has the most confidence or anything like that. And then even then, who are you to say that? Worry about your self. You can't define nobody. You cannot tell anybody who they are. That's the biggest false bullshit that everybody follows in the world. Is that they allow people to tell them who they are. How the f can you tell me who I am, nigga? You got here 4 years ago, 1 year ago, 1 month ago, or however long ago you met me. I've been here since I was in the womb. I've been here
Next
22 years.
20, but
Can't tell me who I am, my nigga. Are you stupid?
Yo, Ty, real talk. I be getting women and I be spitting yak, but once I f the women, they end up stopping with me cause of my small pipe. I need advice, FR.
You don't know how to have sex. You think sex is dependent on the size of your dick. That's why you have bad sex. It's not the size of your dick, it's you have bad sex. Stop blaming your dick. You just have bad sex. So first thing is you got the issue. You got the issue misconstrued. You need to definitely hop on the Patreon. How do you violate yourself if you have no experience or something to stand on? I don't know what the experience part got mixed in there, but the important part is what am I gonna stand on? And I made a video on the Patreon years ago. Excuse me. Oh damn. Honestly, it might be like a year and a half ago, or almost 2 now. And I called it. I'm not gonna spoil this Patreon, but I called it social currency. Most people trade social currency with other people. Hey, look at me. I got this chain. And they trade that for what it's worth. A chain means you have money. Look at me. I got this fly car. Fly car means you're a boss. They trade that and they try to cash out on what it's worth. The social currency. When you have a social self currency, you don't trade it for other people's value and worth. You trading it for your own personal value of what it means to you. Now, I'm not going to spoil it because that's basically the gist of the video, right? That was a W video. All right, I appreciate it, bro. Listen, I know I went the in, right? What I can say to y'all on here, though, is that to that question of what do you stand on, is that now you need to change your currency, basically. If everybody's trading gold, I'm trading crypto. If everybody's trading crypto, I'm trading gold. My currency ain't their currency. So I don't trade this designer brand for the social currency that it's worth. I don't wear designer clothes so I can prove something to them. I'm wearing it because I find it comfortable or I like it. I'm trading my social self-currency. I'm not trading it for the value of another person. I'm not proving anything to them. There's nothing they can give me that's of value. Their opinion, what the hell can their opinion do for me? When I know who I am. Who they think I am does not beat who I know I am. So we can't even put these two on the table and one is going to outweigh the other. But the difference for y'all is, let's say you put 2 on a scale, right? This is the scale. On the left side of the scale, it's people's opinions. On the right side of your scale, it's your perception of yourself or your opinion of yourself. Y'all weigh people's opinions heavier than your perception of yourself. And that's the problem. For me, it's the opposite. You could put 1,000 opinions on the left side of the scale of other people, and it wouldn't outweigh one opinion I have of myself. It wouldn't outweigh it at all. It automatically would go like this. And that's me summarizing that answer. I just doing a video. How do you recommend start new to old to new? Look at the titles. I was very intentional about the titles in there. So look, read what calls you. This girl wants me to talk to her big sister and told me invite her to this cookout, and she'll say yes, but it's in 3 weeks. Why are we inviting cookouts, bro? I want her at DCU. And if she don't want to come, she ain't earn her time with me. Respectfully. That was a test right there. PVT Kari 15 months. Why are you letting her tell you what to do to mess with her? Just think about that. This girl wants me to talk to her big sister, but you have to go out your way to do that? Nah, bitch, fuck with me on my terms if you want me. Respectfully. Already starting off on a bad foot. You don't even see it. How to improve in the moment cooking. Listen, it's something Steve said, man. This shit was so thorough. And I swear, when we say shit, bro, we just hit each other up about it, because we just be, it's literally like Wade and Bron, dog. Oh God. 2 on my roster acting weird. One of them being hot and cold. Another one keep talking about and showing other niggas when I'm on the phone. Yeah, they both been cut. They'd have both been cut by me. No notice. I wouldn't even explain that. Deadshot FN, I appreciate the Twitch Prime sub. You know why they would have been cut? Because they could do what they want, bro. They just not gonna do that over here. I don't deal with the hot and cold. I don't deal with talking about other niggas on FaceTime with me. I don't. So go call the next guy with that. I'm willing to not be on your talking to her at all if that's what I'm gonna deal with. Man, yo, Ty, no lie, he was right, bro. You've been consistent on your grind. Feel weird taking a day off. I'm telling you, bro, you create habits. Your habits will either save you or hurt you. For example, soon as I woke up from that nap, bro, soon as I woke up, within 10 minutes, nigga, I sat there, brushed my teeth, washed my face, and went right live. And guess where I had just came from? Doing something I just came from lessons, came back, played the instrument, went to do some schoolwork, took a nap, and went right back to the stream. Nowhere in between there did I say, let me scroll on Instagram. Nowhere. But I used to have a habit of checking social media. Now, guess what? I turn notifications off on every platform. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going unless I'm going for a specific reason. I created this habit. This is a recent habit I finally unlocked and achieved that I'm so happy to have. I do not go to social media or look at somebody's story or nothing unless I has a reason for it. And I created that habit. It was a tough one because usually I might just go on Instagram and scroll through some stories because I'm in a lot of people close friends on my personal account. So I might just scroll, see what's going on. But I'm like, you know what? If they want me to see something, they'll just send it to me. Like, why the fuck do I need to check their story? I don't care. Respectfully. I don't care. What's your opinions on exes? Should you leave them in the past or take them back? Leave them. If you cut her off for a good reason, leave him, because you working backwards. I don't go backwards, bro. In life, I don't go backwards. Now, we talking about exit. Like, let's say it's a chick. You and her always kind of had like an on and off thing. Like, sometimes shit be like that. Like, you know, you got bored. You got bored. You stopped hitting her up. You stopped responding. You just got bored. That's a little different. I deleted all socials and realized how time I was wasting. Yeah, but you still, if you have a habit of wasting time, you can delete all your social medias, and now you're going to be on Netflix. Now you're going to be on YouTube. Now you're going to be playing the game. So a habit of wasting time is a habit of wasting time. I don't have a habit of wasting time. So even if I open social media, I'm like, all right, let me check my DMs to see. Somebody might have DM'd me for some business inquiries. Somebody might have hit me up about a collab. Somebody might have sent me something that I needed to see. You get what I'm saying? Good recommendations on documentaries. Watch Rick James' documentary, Jimi Hendrix's documentary. What other documentaries have I seen recently? That's a good one I just saw. James Brown has a movie, and the dude who played Black Panther did his movie. Oh my God, I can't remember his name, bro. I'm fried. I'll be so bad with names. But if you don't watch any of those stories and get inspired, see, this is the thing, chat. When you immersed in the grind, you need to chat with Bozeman. Thank you. Rest in peace to him. When you in the grind, everything you see, eat, sleep, breathe, watch, entertain, and think about needs to be excellent. I don't watch average people's lives. I don't pay attention to average issues. I don't like having average conversations. We gotta literally be talking about something that's meaningful and impactful. This is how strict it has to be. Small talk is boring. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm dead sure it gets that strict. Now, let's say, boom. I even remember when I would be in environments where I really couldn't control it. See, I do this. So I work from home, and if I'm going somewhere with a purpose. So it changes this dynamic a little bit. But let's say, I even remember, I told y'all when I had jobs and I worked at the mall, I worked here and I worked there. I told y'all I would have the AirPod with podcasts playing in my ear, and I would block it with my hair. And even when I'm at work, I bet you if I went back and found my old manager or found people I worked with, dog, I used to be mimicking like speeches that I thought I would be given at the job, and I would be introducing them to my coworkers, or I'll be talking, my homie I used to work with. We used to talk about running YouTube channels and making it on these topics. Like, I would bring that substance to my job. I don't care. You're not having small talk with me. I'm controlling the conversation. We talking about something with a purpose, or it might start off. It can start off small talk. Hey, how you going? What's going on? What's up? Oh, nothing, man. What you working on? What you getting into? And then now it starts off small talk, but we really gonna get to some substance. That's how it has to be so concrete and clean from top to bottom that you don't even tolerate the bullshit, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. How do I deal with subconscious stress? What is subconscious stress? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? Has anybody ever heard that in their life? What is subconscious stress? It said, bro, fighting demons. He talking about seizures. Bro, I've never heard that in my life. Subconscious stress. Boy, I tell you, I got a million excuses, man. Deal with it. That's my answer, nigga. Break through it, nigga. What we say, break down or break through. In life, you either break down or you break through. You go against a challenge, you go through a tough situation, either breaks you down or you break through it. So you need to decide, bro. I'm not here to force you to do anything. Bro just got anxiety. Yeah, bro, just handle that shit, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Also, I think, bro, Chad, I'm really getting into like a belief I'm pondering, right? That everything is habits, right? So even anxiety, even how you deal with anxiety, folding under pressure is a habit. And you can't convince me otherwise. I really thought about it, right? So I was talking to my vocal and piano teacher, right? I'm gonna give you a recent example. And when I do lessons with her, it's from let's say it's from 2:30 to 3:30, right? And she'll have this girl that comes in after me from 3:30 to 4. I don't know how long they do lessons, but she always comes in. And she might come in 5 minutes early before the lesson is done. So sometimes, like, we might already be finishing the lesson, having a conversation. So we might not be singing, right? But she was talking to people like, oh, I want you to come to open mic. I want you to, come perform, at these open mic sessions, right? And when me and her talk, she's the one who I told y'all, she always has banging quotes. She also made me watch a Van Gogh documentary. I learned so much about the painter Van Gogh. She always be putting me on shit though, right? Oh, super old lady, real cool, right? Now, she was talking to me about how she's the one who said it's not hard, it's just new. That was one of the things she said to me, and I brought her on stream, and y'all all f***ed with it. But it's so many quotes she has that I could just go on and on and on, right? And we was having a conversation about this shit, right? About life. And she was talking about how you'll have professional golf players or musicians or athletes or business or any level of life, right? Where she used golf, for example, though. You'll have a professional golfer. He can sit here and show you the technique, tuck your elbow, watch your hips, swing your arm. He can give you the technique word for word, perfect. But he folds under pressure. Or under pressure, he cannot perform. And now none of it matters. And I forgot why she was making that point. I forgot what kind of conversation we was having. But I said it to say, she was talking about the open mic thing, and I was telling her, she knows I do all of this and all the content and all that. She really don't understand it fully, but she knows it. And the funny part was, remember I was talking to y'all about attitude and how attitude is assertive and attitude changes your actions and how your attitude decides your life. It made me think, because I told y'all when my lesson ends, another girl comes in. So she was talking about the open mic thing. She don't never see me perform under pressure, is what she was saying. It might just be me and her in there singing or playing the piano, right? So she called herself testing me. So when the other girl come in, she's like, all right, now redo the song. And now, the girl's name is Ricky. She's like, Ricky, Ricky can watch it too. She's like, this would be a test. The funny part is, you know what I said to myself in my head? I said, how the f can you fold under pressure when you're the one applying it? How the f? Honestly, excuse me when I say, my life been pressure since I came out the womb. Who you think you testing? You can't test me. You can't put pressure on me. I live with smoke. This is my life. I don't fold under pressure. I live for pressure. I live for tests. I live for being tested. Because only one of us is going to be surprised. I live for the tough moments. And I had to think about that. I'm like, yo, this not only is this an attitude that I have, but I can think back to my earliest stages of life. And like moments where a pressure was applied, or it was a huge pressure moment. Because mind you, pressure can come from anything. It could be a class presentation. It could be a job interview. It could be approaching a woman. It could be performing on stage in front of people. It could be going on an e-date. I can just name many different moments of areas of pressure. The speech I had to give to the Tuskegee Airmen and Women, a crowd full of over 200 people, was my first speech I ever gave, and it was politicians in the crowd. This shit was on Fox News and different news channels. It was written about in the Philadelphia Inquirer. It's a huge moment, and guess what the fuck I did? Killed that shit. Then I can go to, let's say what is my first big e-date. It was like I either think it was either Belu or Gideon. What the fuck do I do? Go in there, do my thing. Then next thing you know, it ends with, oh, I give him a 9. I give him a 10. I show up and show out. Then I can go back to, what else did I think of? Oh my God, it was something very specific, bro. But, I remember being in high school, right? And I was going to do this to talk about a whole nother video topic I was going to do on Patreon. I remember being in high school, and we had certain teachers that people would avoid. People would avoid these teachers because they had reputations for being super hard on people, super difficult, super mean, and stuff like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about, chat? Like you might have been graduated, you might have, let's say you even started a new job, and like, oh, that manager, that's the strict one. Stay away from him. Or she's very stern. You know how people always got reputations about other people? This was in my high school. Mind you, my high school had, let's say, 5 teachers that really were above all else. It was this lady in English. Her name was Miss Cameron. It was this lady for Algebra 2. Her name was Miss McFarland. It was this lady for pre-calculus and calculus and AP calculus. Her name was Miss Dragomir. It was this dude for chemistry. His name was Mr. Sheik. And it was this woman for bio in classes like that. And her name was, I didn't have her, so I don't remember her name. But I know that's the only one I didn't have. I had every teacher people avoided. I'm talking about people would take their class and go to the counselor and complain just to get out. Or people would have these people's classes. And mind you, a C in her English class or a C in her math class beats anybody's A in another class, because that's how tough these teachers were. I'm telling you. And I had 4 out of like 5 of the teachers I could think of that were this tough. So guess what? This built the habit of going against challenges. This built the habit of being curious about smoke. Where is smoke? I want it. Who everybody afraid of? Who everybody don't want to smoke with? Who is it? Send me to them. And now it's just like, it made it normal to me. I never even thought about it. But when she said that to me about the golf player who know all the technique in the world, but when it's a moment of pressure, they just fold. I just thought, I'm like, yo, nigga, I live in pressure. Like, pressure is my life. I test myself every day. I apply pressure. I am the pressure. The fuck you mean fold under pressure? How can you fold under pressure when you are the pressure? And I'm trying to tell you, I can come up with so many examples of like your attitude and your assertiveness to go against a challenge will create the habit of that. If you have a habit of avoiding smoke, ducking smoke, avoiding pressure, guess what the fuck you gonna be doing? And I never even realized it until she said it to me. I'm like, yo, I always looked for smoke. I even think I can even go younger than that. I remember this time, right? Boom, I used to live in this project building growing up, right? There was these 2 older dudes out there. I probably was like in the 3rd grade, 2nd grade or something like that. And I came in the house crying. I was like, Mom, they picking on me. My mom sent me the fuck outside and said, do not come in this house until you fight. If you don't fight them, I'm going to whoop your ass. That I lied to you not. That was the last time I ever even turned my back on any smoke in my life. I'm so serious. I never ran from anything, ever. And I don't even remember running from them. I just remember coming in the house like, man, it's a 1v2. These bigger kids. Like, I felt bullied. My nigga, I'm like, came in the house. My mom was like, take your ass outside. I'm tough. Like, no bullshit, bro. No bullshit. It's like I can think back as young as that. Like, what the hell? So if you look at your life, y'all might even, me telling these stories might make you realize in your life times where you've been tested or challenged and you've ran from it or you've avoided it. And do you notice a habit? Do you notice a pattern? Is there inconsistency? That shit is a habit, my guy. That's all. I'm not saying none of this to brag. I'm not saying none of this to put me up as some top dude. This is just my life. This is just who I am. These are my experiences. Mom put me through a Canon event. Oh, God. Nigga said Canon event. Yo, that's funny as shit, bro. Listen, but no bullshit. It always told me, like, I'd rather get my ass beat than live in fear. At the end of that's the simplest way I put it. I'd rather get my ass beat. I'd rather lose. I'd rather fail than live in fear. And that became a way of living for me. And no matter what the challenge was, no matter what the new bar was raised to, I always stepped to it. I could have went back and made an excuse and said, oh my God, Jitty on E-Date? I've never been on anybody E-Date this big. 30,000. I think he had 30,000 viewers at the time. I wasn't even probably averaging 300. I don't even know how much I had back then, right? Whatever. But I was relatively new. I'm like, oh, all this pressure could have got in my head. But guess what the fuck I did? Showed up and showed out. I could have went to that speech and been like, wait, 200 people in the crowd? Wait, this ain't my classroom? Y'all be scared to do a presentation in front of 20 students, all 16, 17 years old, in your high school. Nigga, I had to do this, and I was the only student speaker that day. The other people speaking was a SGA president, a grown man, president of the university, grown man. Two of them were politicians, grown people, because one of them was a woman, I think. So, bro, I'm like the caliber of people I was lined up with. I had to go out there and say, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" And you ain't never did a speech before. Now, mind you, these is people who have been given rewards by United States presidents. Because I'm not talking about the Tuskegee experiments, right, with the syphilis experiments. This is the Tuskegee Airmen and Women. Do your research. These are some of the first black pilots and nurses in the Army or the I forgot what division or something like that. Some of them in the room was 90-something years old. 90-something years old. And at the time, it was the State of the Union address. So they didn't like Trump. This was back in 2019, I want to say. They didn't like Trump. So some of them, instead of going to the State of the Union address, they chose to come to this event that my university had. So that's why they were there. Because a professor, he wrote a book. I think I still got the book right here. Bro, where this shit at? Yup. Some of them were from Philly, so that was the main thing. Listen, I got autographs in this bitch, nigga. Listen, little flex. It was a line of people, right? Because they are history, bro. It was a line of people waiting, right? Oh, where's my other signatures, bro? It was a line of people waiting. And there was so many people in this room, bro. Because not only was it 200 people could fit in there, but there was people in the hallway waiting. It was all types of shit. Everybody had to wait in line to get elite. They only could get one signature because the people was old, so they didn't want to overwhelm them. Nigga, I skipped the whole line. Had conversations with all of them, shook their hands, and got my own personal signatures by each of them. Hold on, let's a little flex real quick, bro. I can't find the pages. I only can find one. Or two one in the front. I don't know. I really should find that shit, bro. But I'm trying to tell you, no, not the Tuskegee syphilis experiment, my nigga. That's not the only. Oh my God. Expand your horizon, brother, please. I appreciate the Twitch Prime sub, bro. I got scholarship from Tuskegee. Stay educated, y'all. Ty spitting. Come on, man. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But this is what I'm saying, though. You got that come to the internet and they get made by this. I come to the internet, now I gotta live up to this. Now I need my chains. Now I need to prove myself. Think about that, chat. I went a whole year, 100K no features. But not only that, I dealt with the bullshit shit that people would say. Oh, how we know you really got game, bro? We don't never see you post a video with a woman. We don't never see you put women in your videos. Nigga, I could literally end the stream and be laid up with a. But because it's not seen or shown, people had all these doubts and concerns. It took blind days. It took all this shit to bro. Now none of the doubters, none of the haters, anybody who thought that they were cooking something, because they don't know me IRL, so I cannot blame them for their ignorance. I can't blame them because they don't know who I am. Nigga, my reputation for who I am precedes the internet. This is just me recording myself, my nigga. If you went to high school with me or worked a job with me, not saying obviously everybody can't, but it's just funny living your life knowing you are. You come to the internet and people are like, "Or show this, prove this," and it's quite the opposite. You need to educate more about the mouthpiece. This the mouthpiece arc. I still, like I said, oh man, it's a lot coming, bro. Expect a lot.